Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Roman Reigns is officially back on Monday Night Raw following a month-long absence, and by default, it led to an unexpected reunion after nearly 1 year apart. This week on Raw, the main event saw a rematch from WrestlePalooza, with the Usos facing Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Unlike WrestlePalooza, there was no special guest referee for this bout. However, thanks to the Tornado Tag Team match stipulation, there was no DQ, and Roman Reigns came back to help the Usos pick up the victory by using a steel chair to take out Breaker and Reed. In doing so, Roman Reigns officially reunited as the Bloodline with the Usos after almost a full year. They were last together during Survivor Series, War Games season, and the trio haven't been a unit since then. However, things have changed, and the reunion may not last for very long, and it may also not be that effective. Jimmy Uso has been warning G that he has shown tribal chief-like characteristics, and told G that he was losing himself and trying to become another version of Reigns. However, Roman Reigns only reinforced this behavior from G Uso, telling him that Raw was his show and to F them, in response to anybody telling him otherwise. It was clear as day that Jimmy Uso was not happy listening to this, as he has been calling G out for a while now. Even earlier on this same episode, Jay took a shot at Jimmy by telling him that he wouldn't know anything about becoming a world champion. Overall, Jimmy Uso seems to be the only voice of reason, but Reigns' arrival and affirmation may have completely ruined that. Jimmy stated before that Jey Uso is completely in his own head, and that's why he is acting the way he is. The landscape of WWE changed dramatically on Monday Night Raw when a huge reunion shook the entire WWE universe, coinciding with the long-awaited return of Roman Reigns. After months away from the Red brand, the Tribal Chief's shocking comeback was already a seismic moment in itself, but what followed elevated the episode into one of the most talked-about nights in recent WWE history. The reunion of top stars, an angle that had been teased for months but never materialized, finally exploded into reality nearly a year after fans last saw the group standing together. The crowd reaction told the whole story, as fans witnessed history, nostalgia, and fresh storytelling collide on the grand stage of Raw. Roman Reigns has been absent from Raw for the better part of a year, focusing his dominance exclusively on SmackDown while the Bloodline saga unfolded. During that time, speculation persisted that he would eventually return to Raw, either to assert his dominance, confront old rivals, or to set the stage for another legendary run. Monday Night delivered on that speculation and then some, as Reigns appeared unexpectedly during a heated segment involving top Raw stars. His music hit, the arena erupted, and suddenly the energy of the show flipped on its head. With chants of "Welcome back" echoing, Reigns stood in the ring with a poise and authority that has made him WWE's defining figure of this era. Yet the true shocker came not from his words, but from the alliances that soon followed. The reunion in question was one that fans thought might never happen again after nearly a year of fractured storylines, backstage drama, and real-life reports of creative hurdles. For months, hints were dropped, subtle teases in promos, scattered social media activity, even small nonverbal moments on live TV that eagle-eyed fans picked up on. Monday Night confirmed all those seeds were indeed intentional. After Reigns returned, two former allies, both of whom had drifted into their own separate storylines, made their way down the ramp. The crowd knew instantly what was about to unfold, and the explosion of noise when they stepped into the ring alongside Reigns is being described as one of the loudest reactions of the year. This reunion was not just a storyline decision, but also a strategic creative move by WWE. For months, the company had been dealing with criticisms that certain storylines lacked depth, that rivalries felt repetitive, and that the brand split sometimes created a sense of isolation between big-name talents. Bringing Roman Reigns back to Raw with a reunion angle reinvigorates the show, merges fan bases across both brands, and creates fresh match possibilities that could carry WWE programming deep into the next several months. Backstage sources indicate that this reunion had been planned for weeks, though only a handful of top executives and the superstars involved knew the exact date it would take place. The element of surprise was crucial, as WWE wanted to maximize the shock value of Roman's return and the subsequent unity of former allies. Social media had speculated about the possibility of a reunion heading into Raw, but few believed it would actually happen this soon, especially given WWE's tendency to stretch major reveals over long-term storytelling arcs. Instead, the company chose to pull the trigger in one of the most impactful ways possible, tying it directly to the return of Roman Reigns. The symbolism of the reunion cannot be overstated. Nearly a year ago, this group was torn apart by betrayal, conflicting interests, and bitter rivalries. Fans watched with heartbreak as individuals who once shared victories, championships, and history together were split apart in violent fashion. Monday night's moment was not only the rekindling of those bonds, but also a clear message that WWE is ready to shake up its entire creative direction. In the past, WWE has leaned heavily on reunions, whether it was DX, Evolution, or The Shield. Yet this latest move feels both nostalgic and forward-looking, designed not just for a pop, but for long-term consequences. The crowd response is already being compared to some of the most memorable moments in Raw history. When Roman raised his hand and his returning allies stood shoulder to shoulder with him, fans jumped to their feet, some visibly emotional at witnessing the reunion after such a long gap. Chants of "This is awesome" erupted before a single punch was thrown, underscoring the emotional weight carried by these superstars sharing the same ring once again. WE cameras captured fans in tears, parents hugging children, and longtime attendees shaking their heads in disbelief. It was a moment that transcended typical weekly television and reminded everyone why WWE thrives on moments of unity, betrayal, and redemption. From a storyline perspective, the reunion also sets the stage for major future conflicts. While the group is back together for now, their re-emergence instantly places them at odds with multiple factions and champions on Raw. The locker room dynamic has shifted overnight, as top heels and babyfaces alike must now reckon with the return of one of WWE's most dominant alliances. Rumors suggest that this reunion could lead to a massive Survivor Series showdown, a possible WrestleMania storyline, or even a brand-defining war between Raw and SmackDown in the coming months. Roman Reigns himself played the role perfectly, not saying much but letting his presence do the talking. His allies, however, made it clear through their body language and intensity that they were not here for nostalgia alone. They have unfinished business, and their reunion is about cementing dominance rather than just recreating the past. Fans on social media quickly flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with clips from the moment, with hashtags related to Roman's return and the reunion trending globally within minutes. Many fans noted that WWE had finally delivered on something they had been craving, a payoff to months of tension and speculation that felt organic and earned. WWE veterans and analysts have already weighed in on the development, calling it a masterstroke by Triple H and the creative team. Some compared it to the Shield's reunion moments. Others said it had the energy of The Rock's surprise returns, while others stressed that what made this moment special was its unpredictability. "Nobody saw this coming tonight," one analyst said. "We all hoped for it. We all talked about it. But WWE actually pulled the trigger in a way that caught us completely off guard." That's rare in today's wrestling landscape. Another layer to this reunion is how it connects to Roman's long-running head-of-the-table narrative. For years, Reigns has positioned himself as the leader, the tribal chief, the one who must be acknowledged. Bringing back his allies adds another dimension. Are they standing with him out of loyalty, necessity, or strategy? Will they blindly follow him, or is there room for conflict within the group once again? WWE thrives when seeds of doubt and betrayal are planted, and this reunion may not be as stable as it looks on the surface. Behind the scenes, WWE officials are thrilled with the reaction and are already mapping out merchandise, promotional campaigns, and storyline extensions tied to the reunion. Expect to see new t-shirts, posters, and video packages celebrating the return of the group, as well as enhanced marketing leading into major events. From a business perspective, this is exactly the kind of moment that drives ticket sales, boosts television ratings, and elevates interest in premium live events. Fans have also begun speculating about who else might be added to the mix. Reunions in WWE often expand beyond the core members, bringing in surprise names, legends, or even new generation stars who align with the group's values. Could a younger superstar be introduced into the fold to carry the legacy forward? Could past rivals temporarily join forces for mutual gain? These are the questions that keep fans invested week after week, and WWE is already teasing that Monday's reunion was only the beginning. The long-term implications are fascinating. If the reunion holds steady, Raw could be dominated by this faction for months, leading to epic battles with established stables. On the other hand, if internal tension arises, fans may witness another explosive split that carries even greater emotional weight than the first. WWE has opened a creative door that allows for both possibilities, giving the company flexibility to adapt based on fan reactions and live audience energy. As the night concluded, Roman Reigns stood tall in the center of the ring, flanked by his reunited allies, as fireworks erupted and the commentary team declared the moment a night Raw will never forget. For a company that thrives on creating memories, this was the perfect storm. A returning megastar, a shocking reunion, and a live crowd that was fully invested in every second. It will be replayed in highlight reels for years to come, not just as a nostalgia-driven pop, but as the start of a new chapter in WWE's ongoing saga. In the end, this reunion after nearly a year proves once again why WWE remains the pinnacle of sports entertainment. The blend of storytelling, surprise, emotion, and star power delivered an unforgettable night that fans will talk about long after the final bell. With Roman Reigns back on Raw and this iconic reunion now official, the entire WWE landscape has shifted, and the road ahead promises chaos, drama, and moments that could define this era of wrestling history. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.